All right, there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Petersen here, former presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party. We're live on YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're watching this right now and you're on YouTube, then congrats, you're watching the live show. And if you're watching it later on Facebook, that means that you're not catching the live show, or if you're watching a replay on YouTube or something like that and you want to catch our live streams, the best way to do that is to join us at youtube.com/AUGGYP. But if you're already live, then it doesn't matter. I've also got some really good news for the people who are watching us live. We're going to have a call-in show. So if you guys are good and you're not too bad, not too naughty, then I will give my Google Voice number out to you guys so that you can call into the show tonight so that you guys can voice your opiniones. So if you guys want to be able to call into the show later, then you're going to have an opportunity to do that. As soon as I'm done giving my little spiel, then you guys are going to get the opportunity to call the Google Voice number. You can ask me anything that you want, but if you're naughty, then I'm going to cut you off. So anyways, so what should we talk about tonight? I know this is the main event for you guys, and I'm competing against a lot. I know tonight is the sportsing game. There is some sort of championship happening tonight. I'm not a viewer myself of the sportsings, so I apologize that if I'm interrupting anybody's quality sportsing time. But there is a topic that a lot of people seem to care about, and it's one that hit the airwaves a couple of days. A rumor that was stirred, perhaps, about a potential 2018 Senate run, and people got pretty excited, and I'm excited too because other people are excited, and I want to talk about this breaking news item because obviously it's all around me, and some people say I'm an attention prostitute, and as a musical theater major from college, I have to agree. But who doesn't like attention? Maybe introverts, but I'm an extrovert, so I like the attention. But you know what? I'm a hardcore libertarian, and I'm here to talk about the issues that I care about. Running for office is really just an opportunity, a platform, to talk about the things I care about. So we're going to talk about what it might mean, whether I'm going to run for Senate or not, and also the rumor that was started. Yeah, it was started by me, but not exclusively by me. And it wasn't about what party about the Republican Party, actually. It was me asking my supporters. So we'll talk about that, the natures of rumors, and you guys, I have got some really hilarious stuff to show you tonight. The responses have been amazing, and the butthurt has been delicious. Haven't I just been loving it so much? Because, of course, this is publicity. Most libertarians wouldn't know publicity if it jumped up and bit them in the nap. True story. Because no publicity is bad publicity. I mean, you want to have more good publicity than bad publicity, but if you're getting no publicity, that's bad publicity. And as someone who has a background in showbiz, I think I would know a thing or two about publicity. And so was it a publicity stunt? In part, of course, anything that you do as someone who is trying to get attention for your ideas, for what you do, your platforms, your brands, your products, your promotion is good. I've probably gotten somewhere in the neighborhood of around, maybe $20,000 to $30,000 worth of free publicity online, for articles being written, people sharing, people fighting, people talking, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And libertarians need to learn how to do this. Very important. Marketing 101. When a lot of people have been criticizing, saying, Austin, you're on the tip of everybody's lips. That's what you wanted. Well, of course that's what I wanted, because if you're paying attention to me, then you're not paying attention to Sam Cedar, and you're not paying attention to Tom Hartman. You're not paying attention to Bernie Sanders, who's having a live rally right now. I shouldn't have even told you that he was having a rally, because I just gave Bernie Sanders free promotion. Don't you get it? Do you get it? All right. So, yes, Adam Kokesh did give me some earlier. I am monitoring the stream, just FYI. And I'm going to give you guys a little behind-the-scenes look into my Facebook page and stuff like that. So try not to get too weird with looking at my stuff, because I want to show you some of the responses that I've been getting. I want to show those first just because it's fun. Then we'll talk about the speculation about whether I'm going to run. Then we'll talk about the party issue. And then at the end, again, if you guys are good in the chat, I will give you guys the Google Voice number so that you can call in. And again, if you're watching this on Facebook now, or if you're watching on YouTube later, it's not live, so don't call the number because it's just not going to work. Okay? Anyways. Yes, we're going to show some of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Actually, just the ugly. No, just the good and the ugly. But I'm going to pull up my stream, the stream for you guys so that you can see. Some of the responses that we've gotten, they are hilarious. But before we do, how about we take a look at this meme right here that just popped up? I saw this. Look at this. I laughed so hard. This is hilarious. So the rumor was, Austin's going to go join the Republican Party. Well, somebody made this hilarious meme of Pepe, white supremacist Pepe here. And look at these hilarious responses. Now, I'm going to pull this. I got to pull Pepe down because he's getting in front of me. It's making me sad. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the choices that I have to make. Do I run for as a libertarian, or do I run as a Republican? This is just quite hilarious. As a libertarian, I have to support the bake the cake policy. Very true. Dude, weed, lamau. Absolute weirdos. Yeah, we are weirdos. Get naked guy, not our finest moment. The Libertarian Party. Bill, the OG Libertarian weld. Gary, what is Aleppo Johnson? That's a cruel embarrassment. Thank you, Pepe, for pointing that out. Little chance of winning, probably true, and poor recognition for Liberty Movement. I tried my best to help. But they say that if I were to join another party, over here, Pepe, our Lord and Savior Pepe, then they love liberty. Well, that's questionable. Are normal people, again, questionable. The Republican Liberty Caucus, good guys. Rand Paul, amazing. Thomas Massie, yes. Justin Amash, hell yes. Actual chances of winning, also true, except you have to understand that, you'd have to win a primary. And good recognition for the Liberty Movement. Yes, that is all very true. So I like this meme. Thank you, Pepe, for joining me on my live stream tonight. And I'm glad I got to show this dankety-dank meme on my live stream. So let's talk about the good and the ugly, because, man, people are just upset. And here's the thing. Let me just tell you how the rumor started. Obviously, I started the rumor, but this is how it started, because some people were like, Austin said he's going to join the Republican Party. Totally not true. That's not what I said. Here's what I did. So this weekend, I was thinking about it. I've been mulling over potentially running for another office. A lot of people said that they would vote for me if I did. I thought that maybe it would be a good idea to talk about it. So I brought up the idea that I might be considering a run for Senate. Somebody created a meme that said Petersen 2018 U.S. Senate. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Let me get the thoughts of my followers. So I shared that. And it didn't say what party it was. It just said thoughts, ? Boom, Austin's running for Senate, Austin's running for Senate. There are no brakes on this hype train, because it doesn't matter. You start a rumor a little bit, or just even ask a question, which is what I did. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, boom, 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 rumor. And then the real rumor of where, Austin might run as a Republican, where that came from, specifically, because there's a lot of fake news out there these days. You got to be watching out for it. You'll end up like Hillary Clinton. The question of whether or not I would run as a Republican came from a poll that I posted in my closed group, which, if you guys don't know, there is a secret Freedom Fighters Club. It's a closed club. It's not secret, but it's closed to the general public, so you have to be approved to enter. There's about 6,000 people in there. They're all hardcores. They're literally freedom ninjas. And I posted a poll in that group. It's a Facebook group. It's called Austin Petersen's Freedom Ninja Army. So if you're interested in joining, don't do it now. Stay on the live stream. But if you can pull up another browser, maybe. Austin Petersen's Freedom Ninja Army. All I did was post a poll, and I said, which party should Austin Petersen run for Senate on if he runs? And I only left one option on there and let everybody else fill out what they wanted. And the option that I put was independent. And then all of a sudden, Austin's going to run as a Republican, blah, 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 blah. And that is how rumors get started. That's how fake news spreads. That's how rumors spread. And all I did was ask the question, right? So the idea that I might be considering anything other than libertarian had people just losing their crap. And of course, the people who despise me, my enemies, the people who don't want to see me succeed, that don't want to see me do anything to advance the cause, the liberty cause, because they think for some reason that, libertarian activism is a zero-sum game. If Austin's advancing liberty, then I'm not advancing liberty. That's not quite how it works. But in terms of the rumor, that's how the rumor got started, and then it just took off from there. So I never said I'm quitting the Libertarian Party. I've never said that. I'm still a member of the Libertarian Party. And so all I did was ask my supporters in a closed group, mind you, which is supposed to be private-ish, what they believe. So that's how it all started. And of course, people lie and say all these kinds of things. So the rumor did get started by me asking the questions, and people took it and ran with it. So that's how that happened. But let's take a look at the responses. I mean, everybody says I already joined the Republican Party somehow. Blah, blah, blah. And let's take a look and see what we had. I know this is my Facebook page. Let's come on, take a look over here. I think this is pretty interesting. Now you're going to see what my life is like. As many notifications as I get, like every 5 seconds. It's bad. It's a lot. But Julie Borowski had nice things to say, and Julie's wonderful. She's one of the best libertarians in the whole flippin' world. I mean, probably the best. And Julie said, Austin Petersen has said that he may run for office as a Republican instead of a Libertarian. Looks like some people are giving him a hard time about it. To pull a Hillary, what difference does it make? What matters is policy. Is he changing his policy? I don't see how it's selling out or whatever to change party affiliation. Keep in mind that Ron Paul, Justin Amash, and Congressman Thomas Massey are Republicans. Are you going to call them sellouts? I don't think so. Well, thank you, Julie. Thank you for your honesty, and thank you for not being a blind partisan. When I dropped out of the LP race after I was defeated by Gary, and I gave him my pistol, I made my final remarks, and I said that parties tend to be secondary to me, which is true, because the reality is that if we had George Washington's country, we wouldn't even have political parties. And principles matter more than parties. They just do. And if to you a party matters more than principle, well then you might consider yourself a friend of liberty, but you're still probably an idiot. Because the truth is that the reason why we get into parties is to advance our ideas. Parties are just tools, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Paul, when he ran for Congress, he asked one of his friends who was a Democratic congressman what he should do. And do you know what that Democratic congressman told Republican Ron Paul? He said that you should run in whichever party is most powerful in your district or what have you. He said that whichever party affords you the most opportunity to win is the party that you should run in. And that's what Ron Paul did. He ran as a Republican and won. He ran as a Libertarian and lost. And then he ran as a Republican again and won as Congress, and then he ran for president and lost. Well, I ran for president and lost too, and the whole thing is that I think it's okay to lose. I mean, even if I did run as a Republican or a Libertarian, people are like, Austin, you're going to lose, you're going to lose. Well, first of all, let me pull a Han Solo here and say, never tell me the odds. But secondly, sometimes losing, when you lose, like I knew that there was a big chance I was going to win I wasn't going to win the presidency when I got into the race. But I did it anyway. You know why? Because as much as I fell face forward with my face in the dirt, I advanced the cause. I got more people involved in the liberty movement. I got more people excited about these ideas again and involved in the Libertarian Party. And some people went full-blown ANCAP. Some people went anarcho-capitalist. That's great. If more people are getting involved in the libertarian cause, that's what matters. And quite frankly, I'm willing to take a dive in the dirt for my people if that means that I am 10 feet dirt further towards what I believe. Ron Paul ran for president 3 times and lost every single time, but every time he did it, he grew the liberty movement. And that's what is important. That's what matters, not parties. But speaking of parties, I detected high qualities of salt over in this sector, and I wanted to show you guys this very salty response. I got this. Adam Kakesh, let's see, he said, Austin Petersen, leaving the Libertarian Party for the GOP. No, idiot. This is like you dump a crazy girlfriend, that's ironic, then she hooks up with your enemy thinking that will be the sweetest revenge. But really, you're just like, nice, she's your problem now. And I found that very interesting because here is Adam Kakesh running as a Republican. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh Lord. Oh, damn. Somebody's feeling a little salty. And as Glenn Byte says, Jordan fades back, swoosh, and that's the game. Adam Kakesh for the lose. Anyways, yes, of course, Adam Kakesh ran as a Republican from New Mexico and got trounced. Absolutely trounced. Yes, people don't care for people who mail body parts home to their loved ones from war zones and then talk about freedom. Yes, they don't care for that. Anyways, but no, Adam doesn't want to run against me in 2020 because he knows I'm going to kick his butt if I run for president as a Libertarian in 2020. He wants me to go run as a Republican because he's this self-absorbed egomaniac narcissist who I've known for years. He's dangerous, psychotic, and, what do you do? He sounds like he's fully qualified for president of the United States, so good luck, Adam. It's definitely a role for deranged sociopaths, so best of luck to you. Anyways, so moving on, the salt is everywhere. People are mad. Would I run as a Republican? Would I run as a Democrat? Well, I haven't said, first of all, whether I'm going to run or not, but I will tell you this. I will make that decision of whether or not I will run for Senate by this summer. I will make this decision by June. You should look for a decision by June. Look to at dawn on the third day. Look to the east to my coming. You know, pulling a Gandalf there. Anyways, Lord of the Rings, very, 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 very controversial. Forget it. Nerdy. So I will make this decision about whether or not I will be running for Senate by June. So I've got a lot of work to do between now and then to decide whether or not it'll be good for me. Let me show you guys what we're looking at right now in terms of competition. If I decide to do it, I see somebody has already updated Wikipedia on the Wikipedia page here for the United States Senate election in Missouri in 2018. Claire McCaskill is the incumbent Democrat, not the best representative of our principles for sure. Also, we have people like Sam Graves, Vicky Hartzler, Peter Kinder, Billy Long, Ann Wagner, and whoa, look there, somebody put me in there. It wasn't me, I swear. And then, of course, potential primary candidates Austin Petersen in the Libertarian primary as well. The Republican primary, they have me listed there, but of course, I am not a Republican. I'm a registered Libertarian. And so that's what happens with speculation. And so it's kind of funny. Actually, somebody came in and changed my own Wikipedia page just like a few hours ago. Somebody reverted it back. They've changed my political party to Republican from Libertarian, but I am still a registered Libertarian. But I want to take your calls, guys, and then I'll leave you with my inspirational message here. I'll give you guys the opportunity to, you know what? I'm going to give you guys I'm going to show you guys something. I know that I'm kind of breaking my own rules here, and I hope that my Freedom Ninjas aren't going to be mad at me just for doing this real quick. Austin Petersen's Freedom Ninja Army. And if you guys are interested, it is a closed group, and there are some rules. So if you come in and you think you're going to troll, you're going to get booted pretty fast. This is a safe space for libertarians. Sorry, I have to use that terminology. But if you want to come in here, the Freedom Ninja Army, that's where you guys can find us. Let me pull that up. Actually, it looks like it's not loading. Boom. Right there, Austin Petersen's Freedom Ninja Army. If you guys want to join, then do so. Just be prepared that you can't be a butthead in there. It's a closed group. Libertarian safe space. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we try and advance liberty. We try and be kind to one another, help each other learn, educate one another, and that's where we also gossip and spread rumors like this. So it's a fun place, but a safe place. And so if you guys want to help us spread the message, if you can support my cause, that's a good place where you can go to do it. Also, I'm going to give you guys the phone number, and then I'll let you, I'll do a quick plug while you guys start making your calls. If you want to call in now and ask me any questions, all you got to do is dial this number. Are you writing this down? This is the number. The number is 816-535-9103. 816-535-9103. And I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the chat for you all. Now, again, if you're watching this on Facebook, then you're not watching it live. So I'm going to put that in there. Boom. And you guys can do it. I hope that works. So if you guys have any problems, then let me know. And of course, I will try and get to as many calls as I can for you guys. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, then you're not going to be able to call because it's just going to be turned off. So anyways, go ahead and give me a call and let me know what you guys think. While you guys are getting that phone number called, and hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, then too bad. Sorry. Technical difficulties. I do this all by myself. Did you know? Like, there's no studio here. That's a green screen. This is all fake. Except for me. I'm real, legit, libertarian. But there is a great opportunity for y'all. If you like the hat, the Make Taxation Theft Again hat, or the gay married couples in marijuana fields, then you can get in touch with, you can get these at threadsofliberty.com. That's threadsofliberty.com. It's called the AP collection. I see I'm getting some calls right now, but it looks like it's going straight to voicemail for some reason. Looks like we're getting some problems. I don't know why it's not ringing through, but that's what happens, again, when you're doing this live by yourself. So keep trying, guys. Looks like I missed a call from an 859 number. Give me a call back, and keep trying, guys. Keep trying, because it looks like one call did come through. But if you want to get one of these cool products, you can get these at threadsofliberty.com. These are high quality. They come from American Apparel, and this is another really high quality hat that you guys can get. Keep trying that phone number. If you can't get through, oh, looks like we got a caller. This is fun. All right, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. All right. Yeah, tell me your name.
To accept, press 1.
Oh.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
To accept. We want to accept this call. Yes, we do.
Accept.
Hello, who am I speaking with? Yes, what is your name? Gonna have to turn down your speaker. Oop, hung up. All right, that gives somebody else an opportunity. So guys, if you're watching the show and you're calling in, you're gonna get feedback. So you want to turn down the volume on your computer while you're watching. It's gonna say to accept. Hello, who am I speaking with?
This is TJ Roberts. How you doing?
TJ, how you doing, my man?
Doing all right. So yeah, I was just curious because I feel like this Senate campaign could be a success. I'm just wondering when and how we can get involved in this.
Great question. I'll answer that off the air. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, thank you.
That's what happens when you're live, guys. All kinds of stuff. One of these days, I'm going to have a producer, so I don't have to do this all myself. But here, this is a great question. So I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to run yet. I just floated the possibility. And one of the reasons why is because I'm the honorary chairman of a super PAC, and I'm also the honorary chairman of a C4, a political nonprofit. So I can't, if I did something like that, if I officially declared, I would have to step down from those institutions. And I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I'll be making a decision around June. However, if you want to get involved in the future, if for some reason you wanted to donate, then the best way to help me right now is to go to stonegateinstitute.org. We're going to get a lot of those. Go to stonegateinstitute.org. If you donate to the Stonegate Institute, and if I do decide to run, then the resources would be there so we could do it. So again, it's Stonegate Institute, STONEGAIT, stonegateinstitute.org. And let me just tell you right now, something we do need right now to help us. We're trying to get a booth at CPAC. It costs a lot of money, $2,000. We already raised about $1,000 today. We got to get $1,000 more in order for us to get a booth at CPAC. It's a lot of money, and we're going to be there in February. It's at the end of February. It's a great networking event, opportunity for outreach. So if you guys want to help us out, go to stonegateinstitute.org. You can see that's how it's spelled up there, not G-A-T-E, G-A-I-T. Stonegateinstitute.org. Make a donation today, and that will help.
Marcus?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hey, Marcus, you're live on air. How are you?
Oh, hi, Austin. I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the rise of the alt-right, neo-reactionaries, anarcho-capitalism, and purist ANCAPs, what do you see as the Libertarian Party in the upcoming 2018, 2020, 2022, and so forth elections?
Terrific question. I'll answer it on air. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
So, and the rise of ANCAPs, the rise of the alt-right. So the alt-right, I would generally say, has been much more identified with the Republican Party, not so much with the Libertarian Party. They don't care for the Libertarian Party because the Libertarian Party tends to advocate for a less restrictionist immigration policy. I'm just going to mute that while I answer as much as possible. So the Libertarians advocate for a much less restrictionist immigration policy. We want to see something closer to what I had advocated during my presidential campaign, which is a something more like an Ellis Island-styled approach. When it comes to the Libertarian Party is at a crossroads, and they need to make a big decision. Right now, we've had a big infusion of the people that Gary Johnson recruited for his campaign, people like Bernie Sanders supporters, bake-the-cake leftists, social justice warriors, and a lot of people who are terrified of libertarian principles and who think that the best way for us to win is to sell out our principles. And that really leads me to question, because I think to myself, really, what is the point then if that's what we have to do to win? Because a lot of libertarians think that what we had was a huge victory. But the people who are touting the LP's great success this year also claim it's because we watered down our principles in order to achieve this success of 3%. Now, if the future of the LP is in watering down ideas to achieve electoral success, then what exactly is the point of a libertarian party? That's what I want to know. Anyways, so, we got a call from Mo the Pits. Oh, I'm really curious to know who this person is. Let's see.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller ID says Mo the Pits. Hello, who am I speaking with?
Hi, my name's Maria.
Well, hello, Maria. Thanks for calling. What's your question?
I was curious about what would be better to attend. I'm somebody who's trying to learn more about libertarianism. I could go to either CPAC or I could go to the LP of Pennsylvania convention?
Great question, and I will answer that for you on the air. So the question is, can you learn more about libertarianism by going to CPAC or by going to a Libertarian Party function? Well, it depends usually on the state party. I'm not super familiar with the Libertarian Party of Pennsylvania's ground game, but if you're looking about learning more about libertarian principles, you'll probably do much better at a libertarian event. The reason why we want to go to CPAC is because it's an excellent networking event. It's a way to meet people, movers and shakers. All the powerful people in conservative and libertarian politics go to CPAC. So if you want to get a job, go to CPAC. If you want to learn more about libertarian principles, probably go to the Libertarian Party convention. The phone lines are just bringing off the hook. This is really exciting. I love these call-in shows, and I don't want to ignore my people in the chat because there are a lot of really cool people in there. Guys, if you got a question, throw it in there because I'm going to do my best to try and answer some of those as well. Like I said, if you guys like the content you see right up here, you can get at threadsofliberty.com, you can get these shirts or hats. We've got a phone call coming in. Let's see who we got here.
Andrew Johnson.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, Andrew Johnson, Austin Petersen here. How can I help you?
Hey, I was just going to, if you don't mind, offer an opinion on whether you should run as a Libertarian or a Republican.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just been my opinion that the Libertarian Party, 3%, even though it's much better than before, you still have very little chance for winning, and you may get some recognition, whereas the Republican Party, despite, having a lot of people who are sort of authoritarians, you do have a lot of kind of what I would term Cruisian Republicans who are more freedom-loving but still run as Republicans because there's a lot more party machine behind them. There's a much better chance of winning, especially in, say, a Senate race, where you're going to have a lot less recognition behind, say, a figure than you are more a party.
Very, very important opinions, and I'm very grateful for you for reaching out and giving me a call. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks for watching the live streams, and thanks for fighting for liberty. I really appreciate it.
All right.
You guys are awesome. I mean, the thing is that like libertarians, I think sometimes it's just we're so brilliant that, we have the problems when it comes to politics. Like our ideas are so good and we have such good practical analysis and we're so logical and we understand certain things so much better than the average voter. But the problem is, I think too, is that because we don't understand the average voter, that's why we're not able to get elected. And that's always been my problem, is that libertarians, like this was good advice, I think, but most of the time libertarians are offering you things like unsolicited advice and it's not the best advice. And the problem is they're like, I think the voters think this and I think the voters think that. Well, the problem is that when a libertarian, specifically a party member, tells you what the voters think, well, they don't have a whole lot of credibility when it comes to knowing what voters think because we've never been elected. But I think that the last caller really did a great analysis on what some of the problems are running as a libertarian versus running as a Republican. Big fan of Brexit, for whoever was asking me about that in the comments there as well. And what is the value of unsolicited advice? Exactly what you paid for it, is Don Wolfberg. Thank you so very much, Don. Thanks for being a big fan and supporter. I really appreciate it. Austin, where do you think libertarian stops from being anarchism? Well, there is a line there, and the question is whether or not you... the reason why I'm a minarchist is because even if you had anarchy and you had private protection agencies, police, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, most minarchists, and this was outlined in Robert Nozick's seminal work, Anarchy, State, and Utopia, most minarchists believe that what will happen is that you will have these protection agencies that will all compete, but that eventually one will become the preferred vendor for protection services, and then it will gain a monopoly. So essentially what would happen is that monopoly would become a state, right? So that's the issue. So enforcement of law is government by any other word. You can call it whatever you like, but as soon as you deign to punish me for what you perceive as a wrong, even in an anarchist state, you're governing me. You are eliciting governance. So the difference really is that do you think that some things should be I see my buddy is calling, Christian Emling. I definitely want to get him on there because he's a good friend of mine. Hey, Christian.
Christian Emling.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Christian, it's Austin. Thanks for calling, buddy. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Christian, what's your question?
My question was, whenever it comes to the
Senate race, if you do decide to run as a Republican, there's, going back to that Wikipedia article you showed earlier, it shows that there's U.S. representatives, a lieutenant governor. Even though you have a experience running for president under your belt, what would you do to put yourself out there more over those other people?
Terrific question, Christian. Thank you very much for asking. Well, you guys got to learn the lesson from Rand Paul. You remember that there was an established pick as well, the Trey Grayson in Kentucky, who was the establishment pick. Mitch McConnell fought heavily against Senator Rand Paul. The establishment did everything they could to try and keep Rand Paul out. Rand Paul held no elected office before he became a powerful and the best U.S. senator. So what would I do? Well, let's see. Yesterday, in the last couple of days, I managed to generate again about $30,000, $40,000 worth of free publicity. I'm the king of free publicity. I'm the master of it. So I will be doing that. I'll also be using, if I run, using all of my fundraising apparatus, all of the power of the grassroots, just like they did for Rand Paul, to try and win it. And that's what I would try and do. And again, you have to understand, winning is important. And I think but it's also important to try and to advance the ideas. Because would you like to see me, I'm asking, would you like to see me compete against those Republicans in the primary on their own turf and beat them? Would you like to see me do that? Well, I mean, here's the thing. I could fight Glass Joe my whole life, and this is, again, just speculation. I could fight Glass Joe, Gary Johnson, my whole life, or I could get in there and compete with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Now, if I get punched in the face, I asked for it, all right? That's my responsibility, and I take full responsibility if I lose. But do you want to see me compete at the ladder? Do you want me to go fight King Hippo? Do you want me to go in and fight, what's some other Mike Tyson's Punch-Out references, some other bad guys? I mean, you don't want to watch me fighting Glass Gary forever, okay? And that's really what we're talking about here. We're talking about a minor league versus a major league approach. And that's just the facts. So how would I do it? I would use all the dank memes and live streams, the same ones that got Donald Trump elected. And that's the thing, is a lot of people said, Austin, you're the Libertarian Party's LP. Well, the only difference is that Donald Trump won. Yeah, you're right. And Donald Trump is a winner. And that's the thing, is that you guys have got to get with the program, and you've got to think like the average voters do, because right now we are not thinking like the average voters. It's been a half hour, guys. This has been a good talk. And here's the thing. I will make my decision about whether or not I choose to run. I can't take any more calls. Sorry. I will make my decision about whether or not I will run for Senate in June. And at that time, I will make a decision about exactly how I will go about that. Right now, I'm not running for anything. Right now, I am just going to continue to spread the message of liberty, support other libertarians, do everything that I can. And that's what I'm going to do. Nice to see you, Lucy Stewart. Thanks for coming in, guys. So what do you think? Should I run for Senate? If I do, what party should I run for? Those are the questions that I asked that started all these rumors. Those are the questions that I want to know the answers for you guys. Thank you very much for watching my live stream tonight. You guys are all fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe to us if you're watching this later. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/AUGGYP. YouTube.com/AuggieP. Martin Dingus is in there. Petersen Sensei notices. I deign to notice thee. Yeah, so if you guys want to get more products like this, you can find this over here at threadsofliberty.com. You can get the Make Taxation Theft Again hat in a t-shirt too. It looks pretty good. I like to wear my hat with my shirt. Man, people, this is the kind of thing that will start a conversation on the streets. Let me tell you this one. And this is the kind of thing that they'll be like, oh, is that a Trump hat? And they'll be like, oh no. And they'll be like, oh, that's cool. And then you can start a conversation, talk to them about liberty, why liberty is the best. And again, you can find those at threadsofliberty.com. Also, if you want to help us out, get us to CPAC, the Stonegate Institute, go to stonegateinstitute.org, make a generous donation tonight. Be very grateful. Help me to spread the message of economic freedom and personal liberty. And another way you can do that is to visit my great websites, thelibertarianrepublic.com and libertyviral.com, your home for economic freedom and personal liberty at thelibertarianrepublic.com. Stay dank, my friends.